Let's put our hands together.
Our royal fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now, at this point, invite His Royal Majesty, Omonoba Nedo Ukwu Akolokolo, to address his people.
By the grace of God Almighty, and in the name of our ancestors, I welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. In particular, I welcome His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR Head of State, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, here represented by the very, very able Vice President, Professor Osibanjo. You're welcome. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the events of today mark the end of activities prescribed by customs and tradition for my accession to the revered throne of this ancient kingdom. I accept with faith and humility the destiny which ordained that henceforth I shall be the embodiment and expression of the culture, aspirations, and history of our people. As the principal actor in the events of several months that led to this awesome position, I've had a unique opportunity to reflect on the values and essence of our historical continuum, what royalty represents for our people are justice, peace, and unity. These ideals shall be reawakened and will be sustained in the dispensation that will soon unfold. The time-tested, rancor-free succession process bequeathed to us in our customs and tradition is a great tribute to the far-sightedness and wisdom of our forefathers and our people. This collective achievement is a veritable proof of our ability to manage our own affairs. It makes us very proud of our heritage. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by paying deserved tribute to my illustrious father, Omonoba Nedo Ukwu Akolokolo Irediawa CFR, who joined our ancestors after 37 years of glorious reign. With all due modesty, I must admit that as a son and heir, I enjoyed and benefited from his fatherly love and wisdom more than anyone else. His visionary leadership, courage, and dedication to the protection of our cultural heritage ensured that the legacy of several centuries was preserved. He was a true symbol of our cultural identity. Throughout his reign, the palace was a warm and welcome home to all who had need for good counsel, guidance, and material assistance. Traditional rulers from far and near consulted him for clarity on touchy issues or to resolve a vast range of socio-cultural problems. Ethnicity, religion, and social values, social status were no barriers to reaching him for advice or support. He was a good and caring father to us all. He led our common cause with dignity, tact, and wisdom. In the Committee of Royalties, he was exemplary and hence he was revered throughout his kingdom and beyond. Although for him, culture and tradition occupied the pride of place, he was open to new ideas and respectful of progress made through social and scientific innovations. Time constraint will not allow me to give a full account of all my father's achievements or the benefits of his reign brought to Benin Kingdom, Edo State, our country, and indeed to humanity. His life of service is simply captured in the title of his own autobiography, I Remain, Sir, Your Obedient Servant. His views and wise counsel on several issues affecting man and society are well documented in his work, Cradle of Ideas, a compendium of speeches and writings of Omonoba Erediawa of Great Benin. These two literary works give some insight into the monumental legacy that is now left for us. Our responsibility from now on is daunting, but I am confident that with the blessing of God Almighty, the love and support of my family, my people, Nigerians in general, and my international friends in the international community, we shall succeed in this life mission of building upon the legacies of our father. Let me crave your indulgence to also make a few remarks about my late mother, Princess Ikoyeme Akenzwa, of blessed memory, who passed on to the great beyond in 1976, when my father was still the crown prince. It was my dear mother who taught me to work hard for success in everything I set my mind upon to achieve. Circumstances and hands of fate did not allow her to enjoy the status of a queen in her lifetime, but she was a princess in her own right. By my coronation today, he is now qualified to be bestowed with the title of Iyoba, which means Queen Mother, which custom allows us to confer posthumously. This will be consummated at the appropriate time. Reminiscences are not just for sentiment, because the experiences reinforce in us the importance of history. History also reminds us of the importance of the present time, which is the only opportunity we have to take the different and too often fragmented components of our collective past to prepare the foundation for a unified and collective future. The long line of succession of kings in the kingdom known as Benin started in the 12th century by modern reckoning. There may be some different views about the origin of some of our ancestors, but there is unanimity in the shared heritage between the peoples of Benin and Ile-Ife in identifying Oduduwa as a forebear of kingship in many kingdoms in part of Africa called Nigeria today. Historians all agree that Oduduwa sent his son Oromiyan at the request of elders of Benin to return with them as ruler of their realm. Oromiyan's stay in Benin may have been short, but before he left, a child was born to him, who was later crowned Oba, and as is known today as Eweka I. Oromiya's time in Benin, however short-lived, he was an Oba, and so he was the first Oba after the Ogiso dynasty came to an end. He established Obaship in Benin. By implication, therefore, the listing of past Obas should therefore begin from Oromiya, as it is listed in the Gariwa's book. Short history of Benin, actually making my revered father 39th Oba that reigned in Benin, if the listing is counted from and should be counted from Oromiya. I therefore stand before you today as the 40th Oba of Benin. May the good Lord and our ancestors guide you safely back to your respective destinations. God bless you all.